Well, but I don't see the guy. I don't see him having that much free time and stuff.
I don't think he's doing that, but I mean, he could if she makes it mad, or if she does something like goes and gets a lawyer and tries to get your money. Like that's the thing is, I know you don't want to think that's what she's up to, or you don't care because you don't think it's a decent amount of money. But Gordon, you do have a decent amount of money. You can't blow through it, and that's why nobody's letting you blow through it. Like, but the point is that you have a decent amount, and it should be protected, and that is Alex's job and Katie's job. That's what they're doing is trying to protect it from getting spent. Like you could run out, and then what would you do?
Well, I don't know. Nobody tells me, hey, look, you have somebody, the whole, you know what? I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay.
So,
I'm not trying to upset you, Gordon. I hope somewhere inside you understand that I'm trying to actually protect you. And I just haven't seen any evidence of Kari feeling at all like she's not a burden to you when she actually is.
Isn't that the definition? Isn't that the definition of a marriage? You burden your significant other with your problems.
Not like this, Gordon.
Oh,
this
really?
This is called being a gold digger.
Please give me a break. I got Kari here to twist my words. I don't need you to twist my own words for me.
But my whole point, Gordon, I think you know this. I'm not twisting words. You know what it is. I think you're just choosing to accept it for what it is, for what it sounds like. You think it's an even exchange, and you're getting enough out of it that it's worth it.
Can I kind of just go off the record here for a minute?
Of course.
It's more about the love companionship, if you will. It's not about we get on each other's nerves. We go on trips and stuff. Yeah, we a lot of times what we do is my easiest way out is basically just to share the responsibilities, whether it's something as simple as cleaning out a cat litter box, or whether it's cleaning out the fridge or whatever. Sometimes she has outside stuff for me to do, like planting and stuff. Sometimes it's indoor stuff. Scrub the stove.
Right, but we're not talking about just the physical stuff. The part that me and Alex have.
The thing is this: I don't want someone else in there cleaning my house, okay? Because I have a hard enough time finding the crap if I lose it, much less if anyone else loses it and stuff.
Right, but you do realize that I guess the point is, Gordon, just trying to understand from our perspective why a fully grown woman that was able to go to college wants to be with someone who is, in her own words, very hard to live with, that has gone off on her a bunch of times and said mean things to her, and the only reason we can think that she still is sticking around isn't love and companionship.
Well,
it is
okay. First of all, she went to
nice because she knows that's what's going to get her what she wants.
First of all, she went to a specialty college, which, according to the state records, her license has been suspended due to non-payment on her student loan and stuff. So, and I can't obviously help with that because it's all in her name and stuff. So she didn't go and get
your responsibility to take care of in life. Like, why do you have to take care of her, and why does that burden fall on you to provide her cigarettes, her alcohol, her food, her everything? Like, I did that for years, Gordon, and when I got away from it, I realized I had extra money every month for the first time ever. Like, when I finally stayed single for a long time, I actually had a lot more money for my family, for me and my kids.
Well, I can't speak for you, Tiffany, but I know that Kari still enjoys the sex, and that's pretty much all I have to say about it. I'm sorry.
I get it, Gordon. I get that's a part of it. I do. I understand the companion. You get lonely and stuff like that. I just want you to understand that a lot of the stuff you're choosing that you can't have it all, and you're choosing that. You're choosing that your money is going to fund that rather than your money funding and you getting maybe more money on your own because you're going to go do a hobby and you're going to go enjoy life without people that are trying to take stuff from you or take advantage.
Tiffany, hang on.
Nobody should be benefiting from you financially.
Listen,
you can't really afford to support other people.
Listen to me. I support two cats.
They don't cost $1,500 a month.
Uh,
Like at the end of the day.
Actually, they cost me about $30 a week, because $30 every 2 weeks, because I have to buy them. I have to buy them plants and stuff. If Alexander asked me my budget, and off the record, I'm going to say it right here. My budget consists of, which Alexander says is a little bit extreme, but until he sees my pain and stuff, my budget consists of an ounce of weed.
Right, but you're not smoking that weed alone. And there's alcohol, there's cigarettes,
It's
there's
not alcohol.
food,
It's not alcohol. What alcohol?
there's plants.
Plants.
I mean, you're saying, like, are you really telling me that doesn't cost, all these things that Kari consumes don't cost you any money?
She could do without the cigarettes, but it's not. She doesn't smoke like a chimney like Christy does and stuff. And pretty much every girlfriend I've had is smoked.
But have you ever said, hey, why don't you go get a part-time job or do something on the side to make cigarette money?
No, but I have gotten mad and tell her to go buy her own damn cigarettes and stuff like that.
But she can't because she won't work. So that's the point. Is like you.
Well, hang on. If you want to hang the foot in the horse's mouth, that's hanging in Alexander's mouth. He's the one that fired her. Have Alexander reinstate her job, then that way you won't have support. Hang on. Have Alexander reinstate her job as a quilter. That way Alexander won't have to support her. It's real simple.
No.
Well, then
Because
that's what needs.
that was actually stressing Mom as well, because Mom felt like she was obligated to help Kari.
No. If anything, it was helping Mom, from what I understand, because if anything, it was helping Mom, because I'd spent hours there waiting on Corey to go, and she's like, let me finish this one thing, then we'll go. And then 3 hours later, she clocked right up in the hours.
But she was getting a check that was taking some of the burden off of you financially.
Well, yeah, but that's from two separate accounts. I'm getting my distribution from my account, and Mom's paying her payroll and stuff. So
So Kari never shared that money with you at all?
No, but believe it or not, what I saw a lot of, she actually went and blew up stuff like Joanne's Fabrics. She actually went out and bought more. Yeah, you're right. More fucking fabric, and sometimes use my card. Cost me. I don't know. But
fabric for her or fabric for Mom?
She didn't specify. I didn't question if it was fabric.
Because if she was buying fabric for Mom, Mom would have reimbursed her. And that's part of what I don't know. Like, this is information I have no idea how that operates when stuff went down before when she was working for Mom. But I just know that, Mom got upset with her also because the big thing was she was helping both you and Kari out by doing that, she felt. But then Kari went to that lawyer to try to talk about trying to get her, she wanted guardianship of you.
Well, it's not really a far-fetched idea, considering that she knows me best and stuff.
Gordon?
Well, and let me ask this, Tiffany. If you give her, let me ask this. What is she possibly gonna buy that could that I wouldn't be aware of, that would be costing me so much money? She doesn't smoke. She doesn't drink that much alcohol or liquor. You can only buy so much cigarettes and stuff. And other illicit stuff.
Gordon, she has told me she drinks, and you sent me pictures of her smoking. Like, yes, she does smoke and she does drink.
Well, yeah,
she talks about getting high with you all the time. Like, it's not a secret.
Look,
you can't fool me.
Look, Tiffany, I was up about 8 years ago. I was up in Colorado. Okay, I was in a safe, secure place with Laura. I was doing tequila shots for the first time in my life with Laura Lofton, because it was New Year's Eve, right? I called Mom fucked up and stoned to the bone and stuff, and Mom was all concerned about, why are you giving my son alcohol and stuff,
I'm not saying that at all, Gordon. What I'm saying is only financial. I am not judging your lifestyle one bit.
Okay.
You know what? If she was contributing in some way and she was expressing that she feels like a burden, it would be a whole different story. Like, that is the biggest concern. It's just because she doesn't seem like she's a burden to you. She seems almost like she's like, it's just
because here's the ultimatum, Tiffany. I don't hear any of the complaining out of Katie, out of Alexander, or out of you. I'm sorry, out of me. I hear it all coming from your direction, and I don't know what to make of it.
Wait, no complaining about what?
you're complaining about my significant other, the one which somehow I'm forced to live with, and you're saying that she's being a burden to me.
I'm not the only one that thinks that. Everybody thinks that. And I actually withheld drawing my own opinion of that when I moved down here. I decided to give it 100% a clean slate and make my own decision and form my own opinion. I'm basing it just off of my own conversations with Kari. And yes, everyone already did think that before I came down here. They think I'm being too nice. So I'm the only one that's like for instance, with your camera lenses, I'm the one that's like, I want you to have those camera lenses, but I understand why everyone else is freaking out.
Tiffany, look, Tiffany, the biggest burden. Okay, and like I said, I'll repeat what I did earlier, and that's because I have the pain of the laser that I'm going to be doing Friday. Okay, for about it's a 45-minute session. Okay, and so, like I do every Thursday. Like I do every week. 240 right out the
window. Are you
window.
talking about for your tattoo or your pot?
For my pot.
Okay.
So.
But I mean, Gordon, that's $1,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
You get $2,400 a month, correct?
Yeah.
How much do you spend on groceries? I know you run out of money for groceries or food sometimes.
I make do. Let's put it that way.
But see, I don't have your budget. You don't want to talk about your budget, but I'm telling you that you're on a tight budget as it is, especially when you're spending most of your money on pot, which I don't disagree with or judge, but I'm telling you that's where your money's going. You know that too. And then at the end of the day, it's not just for one person, it's for two people. So at the end of the day, it's the cigarettes, it's the alcohol. And more than that, Gordon, it's that I have not heard her once ever talk about doing even an ounce of anything to try to supplement your income. It's more she is only focused on things that she believes will get her access to more of your money, instead of being focused on anything she could possibly do that would be kind and generous and giving back to you what you've provided to her. And that's what tells me what her motives are.
Give me a second. Let me look up something. I mean, a lot of what we buy, Tiffany, is usually fast food and stuff. But let me see, what else do we do? I mean, I got cigarettes on the first, right?
That's like $200 a month for cigarettes.
I don't know.
It is. It's $200. It's about $6 to $7 a pack.
More like $8 a pack. Because I know I'll buy
it's at least $200 a month for cigarettes, at least.
Well, I don't know if you smoke or not.
I do, but I mean, I've smoked in front of you, but that's not the point, Gordon. I budget that in, and I can afford it, and I'm not buying somebody else's cigarettes for them. I'm not supporting someone else for their entire life to live. I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, there's got to be something she likes to do where she could sit and do stuff, whether it's from home or otherwise, that would actually generate some kind of at least supplemental income. And someone that actually has good intentions and doesn't want to take advantage of you, Gordon, with everything else you already have going on in your situation, it doesn't make any sense to me why someone like her, who has a regular functioning ability to, think about the world and think about, she doesn't have intellectual impairment. She doesn't have some of the stuff that you're dealing with. And for her to be interested in being with you and not feel guilty about taking from someone who doesn't have the same access to the same opportunities that she does mentally and emotionally is it doesn't make any sense, and there's no way for me with logic to justify that, So at the end of the day, she can say it or twist it however she wants, but it can't be untwisted. You see she can't twist it, because I'm looking at it from a 100% factual, logical way, not a personal.
Okay, well here's the thing. Tiffany, here's the thing.
It's not emotional. It's literally just factual.
Yeah, but Tiffany, here's the thing. How much will we actually spend in a caretaker to come over here and do the dishes and do the laundry and stuff on a week? How many days a week versus Kari? She's already here. And not to mention the fact she'll get to do what she does best, be a nurse. Because come Friday afternoon, my arm will be in pain for about the whole week because I have that laser tattoo removal, and she'll have to ice it and put on the dressing and stuff like that and everything else, and
Yeah, I get it, Gordon.
I do that probably about every 8 weeks, and so
Yeah.
far I've done it like 4 or 5 times.
I mean, I think we've already, Alex and I have both told you that if you needed any kind of like assistance around the house or caretaking, be it for that would be handled separately than your allowance.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is this, Tiffany. What I'm saying is this. What's the financially? What is monetary wise? What is the difference between paying someone else and paying Corey?
The difference is that person gets paid for the job they do, and that's it. And there's no other like trying to get a hold of your trust. There's no manipulation. There's no going to lawyers. There's no trying to work on something like finagle it to death, to pieces. Like they don't have an agenda except to show up and do the work. That's the difference.
Yeah.
It's not that what you're doing today is the problem, or what she's doing today is the problem. Other than that, we've noticed that she doesn't have an interest in any future that includes her lifting a finger for doing anything she doesn't, that might require work or sacrifice. It has to do with the fact that she is somebody that probably, if she were on her own, would have to depend on some kind of social services or something like that. And instead, she's depending on you, who is somebody who yourself would have to depend on social services if you didn't have the family that you have. So, like, she shouldn't be, it's kind of like the blind leading the blind. No offense, Gordon, but she should not be depending on you, of all people. That you are in a fortunate situation, but that situation is not there to support 2 people. It's there to support you and you alone.
Well, I mean, but I make the best of it.
I know you do, Gordon, but it's not an emotional thing. It's a practical one. And you have to remember, there's a risk involved. Like, that's what everyone's concerned with. Like, if she is showing all signs that she has a hyper laser focus on somehow getting closer to your trust and knowledge of your trust, and if you have questions about your trust, that's stuff you can ask me, Alex, and Katie, but it's not stuff that any of those people can really discuss with her. They can discuss it with you, but they can, and nobody's going to give numbers because they're afraid you'll say the numbers to her, and then she'll, be like, I think I need this much of something, like, we just see that there's like a desire for her to actually get something from your either guardianships and then get paid to be your guardian, or somehow like twist it to where she puts herself in a position where she thinks she can get some money, or you get a bigger allowance and then she has access to more money as well. Even if we up your allowance, how much of that's going to Kari? I mean, really, at the end of the day, are we really just paying for Kari? That's the big question. That's $1 million question right there.
Well, it's my choice. It's what I choose to live with.
It's not, though, because you have a guardianship. Your allowance is, but anything beyond that they're going to take into consideration how much is benefiting Kari or somebody else that it shouldn't be benefiting. I mean, they did this with me too, Gordon. I will tell you right now, even though I wasn't under guardianship, same thing. I was not given anything while I was with Chris Boyette. Nothing. I went and did it on my own. I went and got my own job. I figured I ate at food pantries. I lived in a 2-bedroom shotgun shack at $700 a month, which was all I could afford. And I drove 16 hours and paid for the gas to get there to get my kids every other weekend. So, I mean, I've been there, and I know where you're coming from. I know what you're trying to say. But what I can tell you from someone who's not in that situation any longer is that I was blind when I was in that situation. I was like, I didn't want to believe that person was actually just there, didn't really love me, and was just there and being nice to me because...
She's killing my fucking buzz, man. I can't talk to the bitch no more, man.
Well, you told me. You told me not to trust her.